Graph theory, equivalent graphs. Take a look at the three graphs shown below. Can you find the two that are the same? Go ahead and pause the video and see if you can find them. Although the graphs physically appear to be different, graphs 1 and graph 2 are the same graph because they have the same vertices connected in the same way. We call these graphs equivalent graphs. Where I start when I look for equivalent graphs is I look at the degree of each vertex. First of all, are there the same number of vertices on all these graphs? Then I look at the degree, and we can stop right here because you'll notice L has a degree of 2, J has a degree of 4, so does K, I has a degree of 2. In graph 1 and 2, all of those graphs have a degree 3. There's 4 vertices. And if I pulled vertex H up to here, it would look very much like graph ABCD did. Okay, so a useful way to think about equivalent graphs is to imagine a graph drawn with computer software that allows you to drag vertices and or edges without detaching the edges from their vertices. Any graph that can be obtained using this dragging process will be equivalent to the original graph. So let me drag this up and we're going to see whether or not these pairs of graphs are equivalent. To apologize, it appears I do have 2 example 4s. Well, we'll be okay with that, won't we? So if we look at example A, it appears that the only thing that has happened is this edge AB is just dragged around where it's this particular edge right here. Okay? So otherwise, everything else seems to have the same degree, seems to be oriented in the same way where we have the same degrees and what have you. So that looks like yes. Okay, if we look at example B, it appears that this part of the graph is the same as this part of the graph. This looks similar as well. But you notice we have an edge connected over here, whereas this edge over here has an extra edge on the right side. So those don't appear to be equivalent. So in example C, it appears that that is also equivalent because I think you could see with this right here, this part of the graph, that if we had just moved that up to where it looked more like these points, I think you could see that they would be equivalent as well.